Good morning, hi, hello, and welcome to this productivity stream. If you haven't been to one of the other productivity stream that we've run here on this channel, it's all about just getting some stuff done. We're going to have some tunes cranking. I'm going to keep a little eye on the chat, but I've got things to do as well. But I'll put my hands down camera on so that you can see what I'm working on. Let me know in the chat what you're working on. I got a couple of things I'm going to do. I've realized that my StreamYard mug doesn't fit on any of my coasters, so I'm going to make one for it. And I've got a blanket that I'm going to work on, and I've got a project I'm going to frog. So I've got a few things to get on with today. So let me know what you've got going on today. I'm just going to switch some screens around here just so I can see things a bit better. I've got glare on my monitor. That's weird. Okay. So we've got Kerry Randall is here. She's going to crochet a pot holder if I feel like a change. And knitting. Sorry, knitting gasp. I understand it now. Gasping at the knitting. I'm 90% done on the garter stitch top. Want to finish it by the Tour de France on Sunday. Today is a great day to get some work done on that. Yep, absolutely. It was just a tech issue. I went out to go and grab my water and came back to find that my monitor was off and I couldn't get it to turn back on, so I had to reboot. That was exciting. I've got all my drinks ready, a pair of socks on the go. Sometimes you just need a small, simple project. Absolutely. Also, I have like my StreamYard mug with hot water and tea, hot water and honey. I've got my water cup and I've got my Yeti mug with hot water honey refills for later on. I'm going to be finishing the third fingerless mitt. The third? Do we not usually just make two? Anyway, you can see and you can hear. Also, let me know if the music is too loud or not loud enough. I can tweak that as well. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to hang on, Josephine is here as well. I think I'm just going to keep going with a ball of Sierra until I get some mitts that sort of match. Oh, I understand now why you're on a third mitt. But can't they be fraternal twins? Like, they don't have to match, right? I'm here working on a lace weight shawl. Knitspin Girls is going to be trying to make some sense of her stash room. Most people have a guest room where they keep their stash. I have a stash room where I keep the guest bed. That is awesome. That is awesome. That's what I'd have. Seriously, if we have to have a guest and they need to be in a room, this is the room, and we just throw a mat down on the floor here for them, and they're just got to sleep amongst my work stuff. So you know, if I say, "Oh, I've got somewhere for you to sleep," you know where it is now. You know where it is. Artsug is working on Artsug's footstool cover. Love your t-shirt. Oh, thank you. I figured I could go a bit nerdy today. I could just, I was going to change out of it, and I was just like, do I have to? The answer is no, I don't have to. Money and Bliss, welcome. So this is an unusual... This is a little unusual of a time to catch one of my live streams because this is a productivity stream. So we're about to get into getting some stuff done. So I'm going to be kicking back and pushing the mic out of the way and just popping some tunes up just a dash louder and off they go. Okay, Kelly's actually pointed that out. The music is very background, fine when you're talking, but a bit low if you aren't. That's all right. I will pop it up a couple of notches and we'll see how it goes. Did the organisation when I was sick last week. Okay. Oh, that's the other thing. There won't be, once I stop talking, there probably won't be a ton of talking because my voice is still not better. Josephine says, I have a stash room, but there's no room for a bed. That is so cool. I love that. I love an epic stash. There's these people that are super proud of, I only buy the yarn I need for a project. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Why do you do that? I know that there's plenty of good reasons why people do that, but I'm like, I like to have a stash and tools in a situation where if I decided I wanted to make something at 2 a.m, I could just do it. Obviously, there's always, I never have the yarn I want for that project, so I always have to order something. But we can get it done. We can get it done. Alrighty, let us jump over to our hands down screen. I've realized I've just moved all my stuff here while I was rebooting the computer. So it could be because I'd accidentally hit a mute button. Oh my gosh. No, that was unintentional. That was not my intention. Oh, you can definitely hear the speaking now. Yeah, thanks. Whoops, that was my bad. It's amazing how much better the audio works when you don't have it muted, hey? Hey, SMA Sky, great to see you here. Freaky Geek, it's good to see you here. We're just working. Pull out some work and do some work with us. Nah, I wasn't blaming my dad for anything. Oh, absolutely. That's a great idea. If you're working on some craft and you're in this chat, which I know not everybody who is here is working on craft, that we've had the Fibrific Fun Zone, which is a group over on Facebook. Love to see what you're working on over there. Definitely pop photos in. I got my ball winder out ready, so I'll be able to start the frogging project. I was looking for a cord, basically it's a Cat 6 cord. What is it called? Ethernet cord. I was looking for an Ethernet cord because we've been having some problems with the live streams buffering. So I wanted to see if it was my internet or if it was my Wi-Fi. Now, I don't usually recommend going live directly from Wi-Fi, but I've got mesh and it's been very good for a very long time. but I've been having some little problems. And I know I have I'm going to say shorter Ethernet cord, but do you think I could find it? The answer is no. So I literally have it running in the space that I need, not more than 8 meters of Ethernet cord. I have a 30-meter Ethernet cord running. It's the one that I used to run across the yard for when the shed was, when we used to live stream out in the shed. Oops, what am I doing here? I'm not even sure. And so yeah, it's there's a lot of double up. But while I was hunting for this cord, I found this crate of miscellaneous items. Let's go with that. It wasn't junk, it was miscellaneous items. And I found a project that I started and then didn't like, that actually is using 3 balls of, I think it's 3 balls of lace weight. So I want to reclaim all that lace weight. And a lot of it's my hand dyed lace weight as well, so I don't even do that anymore, so I'd like that back, please. Then in that same crate were 2 boxes of the blue fiberific pens. So that's like 100 pens, I think. I think it's 100. I think there's about 50 in a box. So I was just like, oh my gosh, I'll have to check to see if they're still good. But if they are, I'm going to be very happy. I actually think they are. I've been using a blue one, so it's out of the same batch. Yeah, so look, I don't even know what I'm doing here. It's definitely not even, but it doesn't matter because I just need a coaster to get my giant mug off the bench. Oh, me too, Kerry. I love those pens so much. I'll be tempted just to get more printed just because when I run out, like for no other reason than I really like the pens. You know, it's quite often that when you've got a corporate pen, it's not usually something that you just love, but oh man, do I love those pens. Morning, Leanne. Oh, SMA, you had a chance to have the telescope out, so I'm assuming you got some nice clear weather. Oops, come back. Oh, you've made pens and pencils on your lathe. That's nice. I love those hand-turned pens. They're so beautiful to hold. It's all about what innards do you put in it, though, isn't it? It's something that I've been loving about the fiberific pens, is that it's just really smooth and it's got a good weight to it. Sorry if you can hear my daughter. She has no concept of being quiet. It was mostly clear. It's awesome. Bianca says the weather's gorgeous today. I should probably be outside. You know, you can pop this in your pocket and go and hang out and listen in the sun. I'm not judging. Take advantage of the good weather when we've got it. Good morning, Casey. Good to see you here. I just realised that I totally forgot to share this onto Twitter. Never a dull moment when crafting with the cold. Oh, absolutely. You know, I really dropped back the... this camera just does not like bright colours, does it? $40 solid for summer. That's a pretty good temp for a summer's day. Yeah, we get the high humidity here as well. In summer we'll get like a 40 degree plus 90% humidity, and it's just gross. It's just, you know, it's not fun. Let me just check to see how much more I need to do. I reckon another row, believe it or not. It's currently on this one, which is, you know, dying, and it's my giant one, and it's not big enough. Whereas all my others are like this big. So Leanne, I'm not technically on a new project. It's just my StreamYard mug doesn't fit on my coaster, so I'm just quickly knocking up a coaster specifically for my StreamYard mug. It's nearly as big as placemat, honestly. And, you know, I could see this join line, which, you know, may not bother other people, but it does bother me. I was watching a video for a really cool technique on how to get rid of that, but I haven't done it yet. Yeah, we know about the humidity here in Queensland. Subtropics, baby. Yeah, I won't see the join once the mug's on it. That's exactly right. Now, yet again, I forgot to grab a tissue before I started the live. I don't normally need tissues in here, so I don't keep any handy. So I'm going to have to pop out and grab one. So I shall be back. Hang on. Pets. I've been inundated. I opened this door and a flood of pets came in. I think they've both run back out. I'm going to shut the door again. I know, we can hear. Okay. All right, that's better. That's better. I have a tissue. I feel better about the world. Okay, let's get this coaster finished. And our music is supplied by our friends at Creating. It's all copyright free music, so we don't have to worry about it getting us dinged for copyright claims. In saying that, I did get a copyright claim last time, but not from Creating. So I was able to, dispute it. Took a month, but it got sorted out. Oh, whoops. Too much increasing. Let's run that back. Even it out a little. Oh, new sewing machine. I'd go run through and make one of each of the things that you stock in your store just to see if there's any differences or any changes. But maybe you also just need a break. I know you want to play with the new toy, but you've just done Bendigo. Emma Langdon, welcome to the chat. And working on a garter stitch blanket. That sounds amazing. I have a garter stitch blanket. Mine is the prism blanket that I'm working on. Not today, but it's out in my little nest. And my nest got out of control. I wanted to have everything in one little box. And because I'm working on this other blanket, I had a box and a crate, and I don't want to have that much stuff out in the lounge room. So after I finish making this coaster, I'll be working on that. Actually, I might frog next. What do you think I should do next after I finish this coaster? Should I work on my blanket or frog and reclaim some lace weight? I had a break, knitted a beanie, spun up some fluff. Now I want to play with the new toy. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I mean, not to be self-centered or anything, but is there anything you need to restock on before you come up to the retreat? Is anything you're sold out of that you think maybe someone at the retreat might like something of? Maybe you could make one of those. Josephine says to frog it. Yeah, I think I'd like to frog. This one's going to be an interesting frog too, because I think I held 3 plies together. So it's going to be an interesting one to finish off. It's not perfect, but is it big enough? Yes, it's big enough. Let's do this. That's it. That's what we've made. Oh, do I have a weaving in needle handy? That's a good question, isn't it? In my little box of tricks. One in there. Not one in there. Ah, there we go. Game Widows to the rescue with her gorgeous, gorgeous things. Nah, I'm alright frogging it. I only found it this morning. Hang on, what is your... Oh, I know what the problem is. I joined before I... Oh, are you kidding? Good job, me. sharpen these scissors, I think. Okay, we have a circle. For our StreamYard mug. And to put it into context, this is my big one that is usually big enough for anything, including my Yeti mug. Oh, that's better. There we go. All right, bring you to the side. Okay. Top up with some hot. Alrighty. Next is frogging. Shouldn't need scissors, fingers crossed. Okay, so I made, or I was trying to make, a top. Well, I made a top and it fits and everything. I just didn't like it, you know? So it's gonna go. I wanted something that made it look like the blue and the blue and the black were sparkling. So I added in some silver silk. So that's blue silk, silver silk. I think it's a silk blend from feeling it. But I also have in some, I think it's Bendigo wool 4-ply as well. So I think it just came out to be, like, it still was nice and drapey. It was just too thick and chunky for my weather that I have here. So I bailed. Actually, first things first, I should probably tidy up what we've got left of these balls here. Looks like I just totally cut the black off, like gave up, moved on. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm just going to frog it all to start with and then divide, if that makes sense. Well, it looks like I've joined on somewhere here, so I'll be able to do a little test to see if it divides easily enough. While I remember, I am going to jump over and share this stream. Alright, bear with me, I'm not sure what this will do. There we go. I'll be really quick. There we go. Dunskies. Alright, it was playing on my mind that I'd forgotten to do it, so I've done it now. Alrighty, so let's have a little test. We've just removed off the edge of the sleeve. Ball winder. Seams. Alright. I'm not sure how much this is going to shake the table. We'll find out. Hey Sal, good to see you. Now, lace weight is always fun to ball wind, right? Let's see if I can't give you some more. There you go. I'll leave that little knot there. I'll deal with that later. I'll probably regret that decision, truth be told. No, it wasn't that one, although that's another one I want to frog. It's over there taking up an enormous amount of space. And that was the Sharon Cardi from Jenny King. Okay, so this is going to be problematic. Oops, don't put them there. Put the ball down there. Okay, Okay, so that was not as torturous as I thought it was going to be. We've got a little grey ball. Let's deal with the black wool next. Yeah, that's right, Leanne. The Sharon was a Cotton King Well. That's right. Okay, so that was our bit of black. I was just like, wait, that was easy. Why was that so easy? And then the blue. I'm just thinking about this on a larger scale. This was just like a couple of rows off a sleeve. I'm like, is this going to be the way I'm going to do the whole thing, or is this just going to be how I do little bits of it? There you go. It's a bit shaky. The camera's attached to the desk and the ball winder's shaking it a bit. Go. We've got the rest of the ball, so let's bring that back over here. Oh, it's down on the ground. It's fine. I'll have to rewind this one. That's alright. It'll be easy to rewind the second time round. Because I don't have a third hand for tension. Alright, now let's rewind this ball. Macy would not help in this instance. She has not yet seen the ball winder. You could be using this time for swatching, Kelly. Here we go. That bit's done. Now there's just the rest to go. I don't know if I want to commit to pulling the rest of it now. That was a bit more torturous than I anticipated. I mean, not torturous, but it wasn't really what I was planning on doing. But I mean, but I did, look, I've reclaimed a 5.5mm hook. Woohoo! If I can, oh, it's a bit sticky. It needs a bath. Okay. What I might do is unwind it all into a ball and then go from there. And there's already a join in the black yarn. This project's making me sneeze. It's on the last round of the queen. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. He has powered through that. Oh, come on. The problem is that if all three strands don't just pull out together, it stops. Morning, Beck. What are you working on? I might move that to there so you can at least see what I'm doing. Frog. I am thinking that maybe if I had have done this with a bigger hook, it might have been nicer. So I went with the 5.5 mil. There's a knot here. Which strand is causing the issue? I actually just think it's too bulky. You got your swatch stuff? Awesome. Oh, somehow you got tangled up in a cord. That's great. Quite sure how that happened, but okay. Because I think the 3 colours work well together, but yeah, there is something hinky going on with my camera. Something has gone wrong. Hang on. Brio. There we go. Let's have a look here. I don't know why I've gone glowy. I have though. It's alright. I think this webcam's just slowly dying. How's everybody going? We're an hour down. Have you managed to get through something? Or get started on something? Tracy, I need my coffee. Fair enough, Tracy. Coffee is important. I had my coffees before I started today, just to try and get some energy. Being sick for so long has really messed with pretty well everything. I'm still not 100% though, which is doing my head in. Absolutely, it does count, Beck. Reaching the bottom of that folding pile, that is absolute, especially with kids. I mean, mine's 18 and we just about never reach the bottom of the folding pile as it is. What happened there? Something, that ball looks, do you know what? I don't know why I'm worried. Because I'm going to rewind this and split it. Yeah. Don't worry about it. We're just keeping it off the floor is what we're doing. You've managed a row, Bianca. That's awesome. This Spin Girl says, I think I've made things worse. Oh, look, you know, when you're sorting and going through stuff, it's always worse before it's better. Beck says it's, oh, of course it'll grow back. That's the nature of the washing pile. But if you can get it down to 0, at least you know that you saw the floor or the bottom of the basket at some stage. Don't put that in the way of the winder. We definitely seem to have an abundance of the black wool. There's more of that than the silks, which just means I wasn't holding it under tension when I was working with it. I keep smelling nice food cooking and I'm home alone, so it must be the neighbours. I'm looking at this, I'm like, are we even making a dent on this thing? The answer is yes, we are, but it's slow going. And this is just step 1. think I am making a dent. It's no longer the length of a shirt. It's more like one of those little teeny bopper crops, which I would not be caught dead in, just saying. Do you know, saying teeny bopper crop just made me feel really old all of a sudden. I was out shopping with my daughter. We went past one of those, fashion stores for teens. I assume it's for teens. And they had like a puffer vest, the puffy jackets, but again cropped. And it's like the long sleeve puffer, like the down jacket. I'm like, if it's cold enough for a down jacket, I think you need a bit more of it. Or is that just me? Bottom of the pile achieved. Congratulations, Becknick. Well done. Now you need to pair the 11 billion socks. I saw a thing for crickets where people were like labeling their socks so they could find them easier. And I'm like, you know what? That's probably not a bad idea. Get in there, iron on label on the bottom of the sock so you can find the ones and twos. I'm hoping this ball winder can cope. It looks like the yarn's joined all the way back here. So I've still got a bit to get on here. Susanna, welcome. Oh yeah, the labels only work if you have both pairs. Fair enough. See, I have no issues with the crops, and if they're confident enough to show their bellies, whatever. But if it's winter and it's cold enough for a jumper, do you know what I mean? Like that's where my brain's at. It's like, dude, you're cold enough for a jumper. You could probably get away without the jumper if you just covered a bit more skin and got it out of the breeze. Oh, look, Leanne, I can't tell you. Like, I've got an entire drawer full of odd socks. I don't, some of them, I should really go through them. Some of them don't even work anymore. Like, the elasticity's gone. They should just be binned. They're just taking up real estate in the sock drawer. Precious sock drawer real estate. Vampire, my daughter started doing the same, actually. She's just like, whatever. As long as they're both the same length, that's all that matters. I'm so happy I made this giant. I mean, it's nearly as big as half my face, this coaster for my cup. But I'm so glad. It's nearly big enough to be a trivet for a small saucepan. But it takes my StreamYard mug. top of the ball winder. How many more? Oh, I don't think we're gonna make. I don't think the ball winder's gonna cope. Come on, we've got this, right? Yeah, bring on the mini skeins. I've got some beautiful hand dyed 8-ply mini skeins I need to find a project for. Sorry. I didn't get to the mute button. Sorry about that. Oh, we've still got to get through 4 more rounds. Oh, thank you. Thank you to everybody saying bless you in the chat. I appreciate that. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you've got your honey eucalyptus drops. Oh, we're nearly to the join. Another couple of rows. Looks like one or two, maybe. Like, my shoulders are starting to get sore. Is this it? Are we coming up to the join? We are! Yay! Okay. Okay. so big. Okay, let's pull out the middle. Look, I really do like how the colours work together. I didn't like it in this. Maybe as a knitted something it could work. Actually, I think as a knitted something it could really work. I might have to swatch it. So I may not end up separating these. But I've got some scales. Let's see how much yarn's there. Oh, I think my scales are at the lounge room. Yeah, I don't have any scales handy. That's a big cake. That's a big cake though. Oh, I agree. Kerry, stretching time. Alright. So, massive cake compared to my StreamYard mug. There you go. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think so, because I like how the colours play together. And it would even be more speckled. Yeah, I think I'm agreeing, but I just don't know if I've got enough to, because this is all I have. I don't think I've got any. I'd have to check. I do think I put away a skein of each, and I think this is just a Bendigo 4-ply wool. I actually think I have an entire ball of that, but I mean, we'll have to wait and see. It'd be at least a few 100 grams, like, you know. Yeah, possibly would, Leanne. It possibly would. I actually have the pattern for that top now. But that was a crocheted top as well. That wasn't a knitted top. So I still think it'd be too thick for that. I've got some hand-dyed 4-plies that I want to try that top in. Make a beautiful hat, gloves and scarf set. Yep. Although, I mean, I live in Brisbane, so I only need so many hats and scarves, and I've just finished a new set. No matching gloves though. Yeah, you're right. If you did want to make a knitted top, you could always use this yarn. Yeah, absolutely. Because this was 2 lace weights and a 4-ply, so 2 plus 2 plus 4 is 7 plus 3 is 10, so it's like a worsted. I think that's what I was aiming for, was a worsted weight. Hi Lisa, it's good to see you here. We're frogging. I'm frogging. Everyone's doing something a bit different. Gabby Rodriguez, it's great to see you in the chat as well. What about the ranunculus? I can't picture what that is. Sal, can you pop that onto this week's this video's you know, thread in the in the fun zone, so I can look. My brain's not quite giving me what a ranunculus is, so I'm thinking a shawl, but it's not a shawl, is it? It's a top. I don't know. It's a top, yeah. Ranunculus loves the ranunculus. Is it plus size friendly, ladies? Those of you that know about it. Because while I am losing weight, I'm still going to be plus size for a long time. Whoop. It's a textured round yoke jumper. Okay. I don't think I've done a round yoke jumper for myself, because those round yoke ones tend to go small in the sleeves, and I need large in the sleeves. I made a top, Lisa, just you know, it's a bit boxy, but it draped nicely. But it's just too chunky for me. It's too thick for this climate, and I was never going to wear it. And it was a mixture of some beautiful dark grey silk and some bright blue silk and some 4-ply wool. So I wanted to reclaim it. Maybe use the, like I was saying, I love how the colours play together. But just as a crochet garment, it was just too thick. I might have to knit something with it. Because I do love how the colours worked. It was just too thick. It's going to be too warm. Came out to be approximately a worsted weight. Oh, we've just split the sleeves. Yeah, sometimes you just don't love it, eh? I have put it in the thread. It does go up to 180 centimetres. I don't know what that means in the scheme of jumpers. I'll have to have a look. I'll have a look. Susanna says, I'm going to learn to knit and I would love to make a ranunculus. Wow, it looks like a few of us might be in on a ranunculus gang. Oh, okay, that's a chest size, right? That's a solid chest size. I'm not quite there. I think I'm about a 117 in the chest size area. So that's encouraging that it goes up to larger than me. I just have to see how much wiggle room you have in your arms, because I'm out of proportion is the problem. I'm like a 18 in the chest area, and then the second I need sleeves, I have to jump up to a 20, 22. More like a 20 now, but still 22s make it a bit more comfortable. Stupid arms. Why you got to be so out of proportion? means I can nearly buy singlet tops in normal shops, so that's a bonus. Just winding it straight off the top now. We'll see how long that works for. Gotta flip it over. Probably got to do a few rounds that way, so. Snag here, haven't we? Which is causing the problem. There we go. Oh, Bianca's making a ranunculus at retreat. I'll get to have a look then. What are you going to make yours out of, Bianca? Because you're same sort of weather as me. It's a fun knit and pretty quick. Okay, I like the idea of that. I'm up to the waistband of my my jumper, and I've had to slow right down because cables and that are they're just taking a bit longer than the rest of the jumper, because it's got like the little bit of cable interest in the waistband, and then onto the neckband I think is next, and then the sleeves. Oh, Sally says she's very tempted to make one instead of the flax light I was going to make. Huh. Oh, that yarn. Oh, okay. All right. Cool. So what weight yarn does the ranunculus require? up to the last little bit. I think there's a piece of hair that's done the hair thing. You know the hair thing where you've crocheted your hair in? I've made it with the lace weight and a DK and with worsted. It's any weight. Oh, I love patterns that do that. Whoops, come back here, chains. Alrighty, got the chains out. There's a slip knot's not out. There we go, slip knot's out. Alrighty. Now, I don't know if it's my cold that's giving my nose a heebie-jeebies or if it's the yard. We've got a decent amount. We've got, you know, reclaimed all of that. So win. We frogged a sweater. It's got to be 200 grams, so of each one. So I would say 600 grams probably, maybe not 400, maybe 400. Where's my scales? I'm gonna go and get some scales. I had scales right here. What did I do with them? I know where they are. I know where they are. I'll be back. We've got scales. Okay. Abby's out there like, when are you going to be finished? I'm like, don't know. I've got to start making my blanket yet. That one's 204 grams. And that one's 193 grams, so it's about 400 grams. So it's probably not enough, honestly. I may have an extra skein, like there's an extra 20 grams-ish. My brain's telling me there was third skeins of everything, but possibly not. I may have sold them. But at least it's not a jumper anymore, making me feel guilty that I didn't make it. But I'll pop it back in here so it's all safe in this very classy bag. Okay. This is my Granny Ripple blanket that's been taking up all the crafting space in my lounge room. I might buy new yarn, or I might just check the stash and see what else is available. Abby wants to make a smoothie, is why she wants to know when the stream's over. She has no plans other than she wants to make the smoothie machine make lots of rumbling noises. She's very quick with it. We could probably let her do it, but I don't know. How's everyone else going? I feel like I've really achieved today. I made a new coaster for my giant cup. I frogged an entire sweater. Well, it had no sleeves, but other than that, I flogged the rest of it. Now I'm on to the project that's been doing my head in a little bit. And it wasn't supposed to do my head in, it was just supposed to be a use up the scraps project. But the scraps take up a huge amount of space. Let her do it, you reckon? Alright, I'll send her a message. There you go. Okay. I'm just seeing if she's replied back. She hasn't seen the message yet. We'll see. Oh, I've been productive enough for you as well. If I can get a few colours onto this blanket, I'll be super happy too. Oh, I can move that camera angle back now. Hide all the things with the blanket. Yeah, I'm loving it. It's just a granny ripple, and you can. Some people make it just with the color stripes, but because I had so much of the black left over, I decided to do alternating black stripes and color stripes. Yeah. This will probably just end up on the couch. It's not really for anyone. They're finding a need for extra blankets. So we haven't really, we've had a couple, like, just commercial blankets get old and ratty and just sort of, they've become pet bed blankets. But then that meant there were no blankets for us. So I'm using up some stash to make a few blankets. The original blanket that I was going to use for me on the couch ended up being taken by Abby for her bedroom, which was the gumball Afghan in the cute Aaron and Eve weight yarn. So I'm still on a commercial blanket. Well, I have crocheted an edge on it, but it's just a piece of Polar fleece. But it's all Marvel characters, so I kind of love it. So, I'll probably still use it as well as something like this. And then the blue oceany looking blanket, I made that for my husband for in his office. So he's got a couch in there that gets a bit cool, so he's got that one in there. And then the big blanket that had all the hexies, that this is all the leftovers from, that's on the other couch in our living room. Jai, good, it's great to see you here. This is sort of like it's not a proper live. I mean, it is a proper live, but it's not like a Thursday live. So if you're joining here, the Thursday lives are a different thing than this. This is different. We don't have music for a start on a Thursday live. That's a Saturdays only. How's everybody going? Are they getting their jobs done? Oh, you're on your 4th row? That's awesome. I'm halfway through my swatch, but now I'm going to add another ball to see how alternating skeins looks with this gradient yarn. Oh, Jai, shoulder pain. Oh my gosh. We're trying to sort of just get through whatever. So some people are crafting. I know Beck was folding laundry. Plodding away for Vampire. It's awesome though, getting something done. That's what we're here for. We're just knocking things over. On the last colour pattern of my top, should be able to start seaming tomorrow night. Congratulations, Kerry. That's a goal. the hook that I reclaimed out of that project is a bit tacky, so I'm going to have to go and hit that with probably some isopropyl will do that job. If not, Co works a charm. And it just happens to be exactly where I put my thumb, and it's all tacky. But reclaimed a hook, because I tend to keep my hooks and needles with my project. So I think my tulip case is actually empty because all the hooks are in other projects. I'm just not quite sure where they all are. There should be a massive pile of not done projects somewhere, considering the number of hooks that are missing. Another thing I love about the ranunculus is that it's top down, in the round, and seamless. Yeah, that Arco, I can't think of the name, but the sweater I'm working on at the moment is top down seamless as well. There are some advantages to having seams, but you know, I also quite like not having to worry about seams. Seams create stability in your end garment, and I actually am one of those people that absolutely love mattress stitching, so that means I miss out on getting to mattress stitch, which makes me sad. But you know, having a finished garment is also really nice. Leanne says, I don't have the double up hooks, so I can't do that, but I'll leave a note or take a photo so I don't forget the details. I'm getting better at remembering to add to Ravelry. So, yeah. I'm the same, but can we own 10,000 hooks? Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? And what's really funny is I've just bought 2 more hook sets just to review here on the channel, and I'm just like, do I really need these hooks? The garter stitch top in superwash would be in the trash in no time without seams. Yeah, because it would lose its shape. That's the thing, isn't it? The seams sometimes give you shape, like stability. It's like the bones. And also I'm finding that, you know, keeping a little pouch with each project limits me on how many projects I can have because of how many pouches I've got. And so, you know, Game Widows makes it very easy for me to order more pouches. But at the same time, I've got 7 now. So 7's enough, right? I wonder if Abby saw my message yet. No, she still hasn't seen the message. That's cold. Let's add some hot. That's terrible. Splush that everywhere. We do love our yeah, I'm a bit obsessed. It's like I was just reaching around before. I'm like, I've got one there. I've got this one here. I've got this one here. Like, they're great. And I love my hook can fit, stitch markers, little eyes for the current projects I'm working on, tape measure, you know, weaving in needles, everything can fit. I love it. I love it I love a little pouch that my hooks can fit in easily. And the scissors, that's right. My little scissors can all fit in there too. And they're just like school kid scissors. They're not specifically tiny scissors. Game Widows, I have more. Of course you have more. It wouldn't be right if you didn't have more. I'll probably end up grabbing some more at retreat if you bring some up. Just because I'm obsessed now. Game Widow's got us all hooked on humbug bags, humbug pouches at the last retreat, because she gifted us all one each in the tote of goodness. At the retreat, you get a goodie bag, and some people like Game Widows sponsor the event and put a goodie in the bag for everybody. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Leanne's dropped a link. I'm not quite sure how much is up in the Etsy store with Emma having been away at Bendigo. Oh, it's on holidays for a bit. Yeah, that makes sense. I like this green. I didn't think I would like this green, but I really do. Now people can bookmark it. They can put a little heart on it so they can come back and check the store later. It's just on a holiday for now. It'll be back. Gonna get ready to go to the Cairo. Been great catching up. You too, Carrie. Have an awesome day. I had to just think about where you were then. It's still daytime for you. Oh, we're at the end of the ball. Nice. That's one ball down. Macy got hold of this one and it's a bit tangled up. Christina, welcome. Haven't watched Thursday's live, so didn't realise this was a productivity morning. About to cast on Reef by Truly Myrtle and teach myself short rows. And Clue 2 from Stephen West. Awesome. That sounds like a couple of good things to knock over. We're going to be trying to do these every third Saturday of the month. So you can pop it into your calendar. Third Saturdays of the month. Excellent point, Leanne. Have we all hydrated? I've got hot water and honey in my mug. And if you have hydrated, you can always just click the like to let me know you've hydrated. I noticed it went down and then up. Someone clicked like and realised they'd unliked it, so re-liked it. Sorry about that. That was confusing, wasn't it? Static water. See you later, Vampire. Have an awesome day. Nearly at the end of the row. Oh, that sounds fun, Casey. Have an awesome one. Nice. It sounds like a fun feature, Game Widows. Do not disturb's on and yet someone's still ringing. That's interesting. Alright, flip it, get ready for the next colour. The only real sort of method to the madness is dark shade, light shade, dark shade, light shade, that's it. So let's have a look at the grey. We're up to a light shade. I've got a glue already open. Oops, that's not enough of a tail there. Thanks, Gabby. And technically the sides should stay nice and straight, and then the top and bottom will have a ripple, and I'll leave those with their ripple. I won't fill it to square it out. How's everybody going? Getting your stuff done? Bales of yarn are put away. Now into making a few bats to sell at the Alstonville Craft Market next month. That sounds awesome. Gabby is finally on her way home from work. Nice. Drive safe. I'm doing house things, but still love being productive. That's the thing. It doesn't matter what you're working on. It doesn't have to be craft. I'm actually seriously contemplating running one of these a month over on my other channel while I work on things like thumbnails and research for my YouTube channel. Like, it doesn't matter what you're working on. As long as you're doing something that you needed to get done. That's what we're here for, just to help you go, oh, I may as well do that thing. Right now, putting some linseed oil on my outdoor setting. Awesome. Got to look after these things, otherwise they won't last. My pink light went off. I wonder if it was ever on. Nearly at the end of the row. Ace has been fed back to work from Bianca. Okay, we're at the end. Well, on that note, everybody, I've done way more than I thought I would get done. I've got a new coaster for my ginormous mug. I've got all this yarn from reclaiming a project, from frogging it and getting all the yarn back in my life and getting rid of the guilt of a non-finished project. And I have done 2 blocks of colour on my blanket. I'm feeling awesome. I feel like I've gotten something done. I hope everybody who has been here has worked out how to get something done and gotten it finished. And I will see you all. either next week for the Fiberific live stream or in the next productivity stream next month. Have an awesome day or night, and I'll see you all next time. Bye now.